CS Cleopa Mailu is currently appearing before the Health Committee, and we want to cross over there live to listen in.
Managed equipment scheme in terms of what we are doing with free maternity for access to our mothers to deliver safely, they should not be seen to be holding funds for the counties. However, of course, we are all going through the challenges of interface between what we had and the devolved system, and I believe we have made significant progress in terms of aligning our thoughts, the intentions of devolution, and the laws which have been put in place to ensure that independence and dependence of the counties with the national government. So I would not allude to the problem we are finding ourselves to the failure to devolve funds. And I think that is very useful to us to continue to carry our mandate, which is very clear as per the Constitution. I want to say that Senator Beth Mugo, Honorable Dr. Beth Mugo, did raise the issue of this report in terms of sharing, and we have emphasized, yes, in my view, he brought that report to me, and from my own experience, I knew it's not complete unless the auditees respond. And as a cabinet secretary from where I sit, I cannot act on an interim audit report. And that is why I insisted and resisted to ask my staff from my office to explain. And I told the internal auditor, you have to engage in all manner possible until you give me a final report, which I can sit with my staff to be able to do so. Unfortunately, the issue of which and all those people, I cannot comment competently because I'm not privy of what was going on behind or below where I sit. But let me bring one thing to light, that this auditor was posted to us in April through the mass postings of central postings of government. And when he came to the ministry, like any other officer, he must have been working. And when he came towards the closure of the year to tell me what is my responsibility in terms of the state corporations, he drafted the letter, I forwarded and copied, which is his responsibility to advise. When he brought this report to me, I did say exactly what I've mentioned to this committee. Auditees must respond before my actions. I cannot act on an interim report. At the same time, the auditor, sometimes in July, August, he told me it's being transferred from the ministry. And in my own view, from Treasury, he is getting a posting. I called my colleague in Treasury to ask why an auditor who came in April is being transferred. And of course, my honored colleague told me he receives a lot of requests. And in this incident, he had received a request from my principal secretary to transfer the auditor. Having no further interest, I let the matter lie, and I continued with my work. And I understand that process. On 19th of October, I received a copy of a letter written by the Principal Secretary, National Treasury, to the Principal Secretary in the Ministry, responding to his letter of 12th July, which I didn't have a copy, affirming that the auditor will continue to audit the ministry until end of October, and in November, somebody else will be posted to the ministry to take over the leadership of the internal audit. That one I received on 19th. And the Senator, you did ask me what do I think could be the motive or something. I think that is an evolution which this committee needs to know. And in my mind, I want to believe, because it's on 20th when we started receiving those reporters' requests to comment on the document, having stayed with the document,